What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to this episode of Solutions. On today, I'll be the first young black man to make voting interesting. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Today we're gonna be dropping some gems regarding reasons why you should vote and how we can take it to the next level as a people. So with that said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I pray that y'all having a blessed day and enjoy the video. Peace out.
So Cam, what do you know about the history between black people and voting?
To be honest, I really don't remember a lot from school, and I'm just gonna be honest, I even took an African American Studies class, and I really don't remember much from that, specifically about voting. I do know that we as black people used to be considered 3/5 of a citizen, and that basically made your vote invalid. And to be honest, that's really all I know. In general, we know that black people fought for our right to vote, basically laid down their lives. So that's really about it. And a lot of the young people out there probably relate to me on this. Hello. What's going on, y'all? It's Cam from Solutions. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to all the black-owned businesses out there. Shout out to all the HBCUs out there. With that said, I hope y'all enjoy the video and that y'all have a blessed day.
What do you think are some benefits of voting that the younger generation may be overlooking?
I definitely feel like, number one, it's kind of difficult simply because you do have to do research, and even then, the people can really decide what they want to do, completely go against their word, what they were running the campaign based on, because I do feel like the people that funded the campaign really have more of a say than the voters themselves, but at the same time, it's better to do something and live with the result than to do nothing and know that you basically didn't contribute at all. So in my eyes, one of the things that I've heard thrown around the most recently is like funding for businesses. So being able to create these new opportunities, maybe even some sort of programs like implementing entrepreneurship centers, that type of stuff is really going to make a difference, specifically in the black community, just because a lot of what we know as the ghetto or the hood really is that way because there's a lack of resources. If you lived in a neighborhood where it was liquor store, gas station, fast food restaurant, liquor store, you would be struggling too. In addition to that, they may introduce some beneficial laws that we all hear the term pushing the needle, that make it a little bit easy for us to do business as a people. In addition to that, they may introduce things that combat the school closures, because in 2012 and 2013, when we had the wars in Chicago, that was a direct result of hundreds of schools closing in the south and west sides of Chicago. A lot of people don't really draw the correlation because it wasn't directly recognized, but you having an outlet, you having those counselors, you having those teachers that are essentially the only level of structure that most of these kids have coming from one parent households, if they even stay with their biological parents. So bringing that type of structure in any way, shape, or form would be beneficial for the black community.
All right, Cam, for the last question, what do you mean when you say taking voting to the next level?
In my eyes, voting is very important just because it would make it easier from a systematic perspective, which is why I led with that. In addition to that, I believe that our version, the young generation of black people's version of voting is taking back Africa, which may be sort of an advanced topic at this point in time, but that's the whole point. Same way voting was to the older generation, that's the way that taking back the motherland is for our people. So in my eyes, a way that we could bring that into fruition, like legitimate solutions, are investment groups. Some of you all may know what crowdfunding is. If you don't, I suggest you look it up if you intend to become an investor at some point in time. Basically, pooling funds is what will allow us to take advantage of the opportunities that we believe the white man just has a leg up and all of this. Like most of the companies that we see nowadays that are unicorn companies like Uber and Amazon, those are considered unicorn companies. Most of those companies accepted some form of funding. They did some sort of fundraising, and they basically had rounds. They're called seed rounds. So if they had to do it and they already have the resources and the know-how according to how we portray it, then we should do the same thing. Because in my eyes, from being in the real estate space with black entrepreneurs, uppity Negro syndrome is very real. If we had the people that are in power held accountable and pouring their resources back into the black community in the form of education, it's not just financial, it's in the form of education, you creating content, you deciding to go out and create mentorship programs. We get all these young black brothers in the street shooting at one another because they don't have leaders. They don't have black men to look up to. They don't have male father figures. If they live with their grandma, like, a woman can't raise a man. A single, even if it's a dad, you need a woman. You need the wife in the house. Even if it's just a woman, you need the dad in the house. We need strong black father figures, because if we focus on raising up strong young black men, now the leader of the household is there. Now the families are tighter. Now there's a sense of family. Now there's a sense of community. Now we can truly begin to see eye to eye to the point to where we can do these multi-million-dollar crowdfunding raises. Now we can actually act on the ideas that we have as a people that we've been really taking advantage of for centuries, if we're being honest. Also, we have to step away from the competitive mindset in the sense of competing with people that look like us. And in my eyes, if I own a landscaping company and you own a landscaping company, we need to explore the opportunity for us to merge, because the only way that we'll get to the Fortune 500 status is either through raising capital and being a unicorn company, which means you like a 1 in a million chance of becoming a unicorn company. We're doing straight up acquisitions where we're buying smaller landscaping companies, or in the last one, we're doing mergers where we're deciding to merge with the next black owned company. Now, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of us, we have the competitive mentality. A lot of us, people say crabs in the barrel. That's really what it is, a mentality. So we have to choose, like, I decide that I'd rather have 51% or 49%, because you shouldn't do 50-50 partnerships. I'd rather have a percentage of this larger company that will allow us to truly walk in our purpose, that will make everything fulfilling. That's really what it comes down to. That's why we're struggling as a people, because money isn't fulfilling. It's the life that you create. It's the positivity that you put into the world that's fulfilling. And you merging with your so-called competitor, and y'all really only in 2 markets, is what's going to allow you to go to the next level and allow you to compete and allow you to do your part in introducing these entrepreneurship programs and mentorship programs. They may understand staffing better than you, and you may understand technology better than them. Now you all are coming together. Now the multiple doubles. Not only are you all worth more because you all are 2 businesses becoming one, but now the multiple doubles, because now you have staffing standard operating procedures that make your business run more efficiently. And you have technology that cuts down on waste, making you even more efficient. Now your company is worth that much more than it was even if you all had never combined. In addition to that, some of you all may be like, this is kind of far-fetched. You all should look up Dre Taylor 51 on Instagram. He's a developer specifically in Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. They're actually building in the motherland, and this is something that you can actively participate in. You can be an investor in, or you can learn development yourself. Maybe if you go into real estate or whatever your space is, there's a way that you can contribute to us improving as a people, to us taking back the motherland. Other races won't give us respect until we give respect to one another. Also, like I said, everyone plays a role. Be sure to assess your friend group, and I know you hear this a lot, probably, but really pay attention to your friend group and what you all talk about on a daily basis and how you all are talking on a daily basis. Is it filled with positivity? Is it filled with negativity? Now, if you're in a space where you're struggling, I understand that, but you have to understand that the only way that you will come out of that space is by thinking about the way that people that aren't in your position that used to be handled it. You can only come out of the box by thinking about what the people that are already there did to get there, basically. Make sure you all create some sort of accountability groups. That way you all are creating goals and you all are holding one another accountable to actually bring it to fruition. Also, like I said, you may have resources that I don't have. I may have resources that you don't have. So now we're cutting the time short. And last thing, I definitely want to reiterate the importance of male mentorship. A lot of the reason why the leaders that we have in the community are relatively violent is because you have to be to survive in most of the spaces that, you know, our people are living in. So you being a male mentor and coming in like, look, you know, you being what my mama call a street pharmacist, you could do that same thing legitimately. You could have a business, you can get set up properly, because you fronting somebody a pack, or you having soldiers selling on the corners. That's like you having a team. That's like you having executives. That's like you running a company. So you realistically could take that same skill set and apply it to something that's legitimate. Now you may be, well, where is the funding gonna come from and all of that? Now that's where I'm kind of a supporter of college. I really feel like even if you go and get student loans and all of that, go for something that you know produces income. And I say if you black, really go to a HBCU, because they're gonna connect you. It's gonna be more personable, and they're gonna connect you with the people that are in companies, and they know that you're black coming out of this school, and they're going to receive you. You're more likely to build relationships, which is really what getting a job is all about. It's about building relationships, because I guarantee you, if you can build experience in your industry, that's gonna trump you having a college degree. So it's give and take. Either build experience or get a college degree, and you're destined to succeed. With that said, it's very important to make sure that you are taking your opportunity. So that's how I feel like we can take voting to the next level, as black people specifically. And I do believe that voting is relatively important as well, as a young person, to be honest. So definitely be true to self. Either vote and be comfortable with it and do enough research to, you know what you're talking about, or damn, erase that whole section because I need to reword that. So either do adequate enough research that makes you comfortable with voting for whoever you intend to select, and or just focus on your ministry, because finances are very important. I'm gonna be honest, that's absolutely apparent, but the fulfilling part is going to be the impact that you have on people's lives. Even if it's not directly through your product or service, you'll be in a position to delegate and free up your time and tell other young black men and women how you did it, and potentially offer resources. You may offer training. You may collaborate with another company, the company that you merged with, and y'all running apprenticeship programs. Now y'all are bringing trades back to the schools. Now the young black man has something to do in that community. Now they realize, well, I don't want to be a landscaper, but I do want to open a smoothie bar. Now you got healthy food alternatives. Now you have more businesses than liquor store, gas station, fast food restaurant, liquor store in your community. Now the kids have something to do. Now there's a sense of community. Now we love one another. So with that said, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.